So where we left off, our team, our ragtag team of Eidolons hired by the UN detective Belor, infiltrated into the Stone Gap Estates. Moving through a deserted kitchen, Lord Marshall quickly identified and deactivated the surrounding area of surveillance equipment, which was haywiring going out of control. Not long after moving in, they encountered their first dead body, a guard who had been crushed upon the floor as if they had fallen in many stories, but not many stories to actually have fallen from. This is where Wraith attempted a very dangerous maneuver. Wraith, using his psionic powers, delved into the dead mind of this security officer to try and probe or glean some sort of clue. This awoken Wraith to a latent psionic energy that was lingering in this space, and even after delving and pulling at strands to understand things, he became a little bit stuck in a sort of state, not quite out of delving, but very receptive to psionic energies. Moving up, they came to another room where they discovered their first true victim. Security guards were victims, but where they discovered the first of the Stone Gap family to have been murdered. This is where Wraith got the glimpse in pulling on this latent delving energy of the murderer himself. But strangely also, some other personas that Wraith began to refer to as the Three Faiths: a young girl, a woman, and an old crone-like elderly woman. They moved through the space, whole north wing. The system reset, activating a whole bunch of essentially laser turrets hidden within the statues. Lord Marshall taking the brunt of the firepower in his arm, but he struggled through and made it through. And we moved through finally to discover on the west wing of the building, the mother and father, both murdered. Running out of time, they gathered information, as much information on the bodies as they could. They confirmed that this was in fact the mother murderer, the mother killer, and made their escape through the second-story window. They were rewarded by Detective Belor, who also began to regale them about who he suspects the murderer to be, and the description that Wraith provided matched perfectly with who he suspected. One, Marcus Connolly, a veteran of the Acquisition Wars, a war fought in the acquisition of Tharson Technologies subdivisions. This man was locked away in a psych ward for many years, and then seemingly once released, the murders began. The team got their payout, but Officer Bricks kept some information to himself, namely the one daughter of the Stone Gap family, Vi, was not accounted for on the premises. And interestingly enough, Bricks had found a document showing that Vi herself was a psionic individual, a recent medical document proving she had the capacity. As we wrapped up the session, Wraith had a eerie premonition of the Three Faiths, still locked somewhere in his consciousness, and Bricks took a moment with Wraith to express not trusting Detective Belor and taking a stance of caution. We resume all of this 3 days later, but we're going to begin first, just before Wraith awakes from a night of sleep. She walks, surrounded by the darkness. She walks further into it. It is perfectly silent. It is perfectly dark. But you know she is there. you know they are all there. The little girl, the woman, and the crone. And Vi will soon be there also. Then suddenly, a rush of bubbles escaping to the surface, and you are suddenly aware that you are deep, deep underwater, drowning. You writhe and squirm, trying to hold in your breath, trying to flail to the surface, but your feet are lead, holding you fast to the ocean floor. All your air is gone, and your body instinctively breathes in as 100,000 gallons of water flood into your lungs. Darkness. Then, a little tiny light, an orange mote floating in the deep blackness of the sea. Only this is not the sea, and as you walk closer, you realize the light is a singular lamplight above a large industrial door of a derelict factory. You look at it, its neglected metal form and you instinctively know that what is inside is more rotten than this exterior. It is, for this fleeting moment, the cocoon in which Vi awaits, the holding space for her metamorphosis before she is ushered to the 3. Faded paint on the door reads, Ho Chi Minh, Ward 8, Tenkaho Industrial. Then, as your consciousness begins to return to you, you hear the little girl's voice. Is he still watching? Then the woman's. Pay him no mind. She will be here soon. And then finally the crone's. Yes, and we will soon take his watching eyes. You wake, Wraith, and you know where Fi's stone gap is, however briefly.
I'm going to call Bricks.
All right. Bricks, you can go ahead and switch us to this screen with everybody. You are getting a call from Wraith.
Wraith?
Bricks.
What is it? What is
Bricks, I know where Vi is. There's a warehouse, Ward 8, here in the city. I don't know if it's if that's a thing exactly in the city, but there's a Tenkaho Industries. We got to get over there.
All right. Let me pull some shit. How do you know this? I'm getting my gear together.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Saw
I
it.
just woke up. I was just there.
Let me get a few things together. I'll come and get you. Send me your coordinates. I'll come and get you.
I'm staying in the same place where you stopped by the other day. Here's the address. Right. Just a reminder. Yeah.
Bricks.
Oh, and bring the kid.
You mean Marshall?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. All right. I'll be there shortly. God damn it, this freaking kid. All right. I hang up the phone and I immediately called Lord Marshall. Kid.
Hang on. I'm on the line with my mom. Just a minute.
Jesus Christ.
Mom, no. It is fine. They fixed it up fine. Most of the skin has regrown. Bricks, is this still you?
It's me, and this is serious, dude.
Oh shit, I hung up on my mom. Hang on, I gotta call you back. This is
no. I'm coming to get you. Where are you at?
He's already hung up. This is when, Bricks, you notice there is a note on your, probably very crowded, kind of dirty coffee table. There seems to be 5 doses of medication and a note from Emery.
I pick up the note and read it. What the hell?
The note is basically just a sentence and says, "Hey, thanks for the cash, but you guys are crazy, and good luck."
Fair. I'll crumple up the note and I'll pitch it towards the wastebasket and it just sort of like hits the edge of the wastebasket and like kind of looks like it's going to teeter in and then falls out. And I just go, oh, shit. And I just grab the doses and head for the door.
So grabbing the doses, you head for the door and head on to go meet Wraith. Wraith, in the time that follows for you, wherever this place is, you know that every moment counts. You know that Vi's connection that you have with her is weak. And you also kind of know, whatever's there, it is very likely Marcus Connolly. And his newfound powers that Belor seemed enamored by. Lord Marshall, in the midst of your call with your mother, after getting chewed out by her quite a bit for hanging up on her the first time, you suddenly notice that you kind of monitor different channels. I mean, like, yeah, you play video games and do all of that sort of stuff, but you're also not dumb, and you kind of keep track of things, and you're very nosy, I would assume, and so you just kind of. But one of the things you keep track of is APBs. And this is when your heart kind of sinks, because you see not only Officer Brix's name come up on an APB, but also your own.
I will call Brix after taking a moment to, like, I do have like a good 5-minute panic attack. And then after I'm done, I will call Brix.
And as you call Brix very quickly, you're driving, you've gotten like 3 blocks away from your house, and you see like a SWAT van drive past you with a couple squad cars going the opposite direction, and then you're getting called by Lord Marshall.
Yeah, what is it, kid? You get things sorted out with your mom?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't mean to hang up on her and answer for you. I should have been able to. I did some upgrades last night, and I'm still getting used to them. But I think speaking of mixing things up, I think you must have entered something in wrong at your job or something, because you entered us in, like yourself and myself, in for APBs. I just wanted to let you know so you could go fix that.
Nope, did not do that. What do you mean? I'm gonna pull up on my overhead display the list of active APBs that are in the general region that I'm in.
As you pull up your police APB thing, you are logged out, and your Passlord is not working.
Oh shit! All right, look, kid.
Oh shit! What?
That is not something that I did. I don't know what this means, but I'm coming to pick you up. Send me your location.
You don't know what APB means?
No, I know what a fuck. Look, I'm coming to you. Where are you at?
I'm at my mom's. I mean, my apartment. I'm at my apartment that I own.
Do you want to try to get to the bottom of this and save this girl Vi with us? I'm gonna go meet up with Wraith right now.
Are you guys still hung up on this girl thing?
I mean, there's a young woman in harm's way. Yes, we're gonna do whatever we can to help her. Do you want to be part of this? I can't help you. If you don't join us, I can't help you with this APB thing. It's all or nothing, buddy. You got to make a decision right now. This is not one of your games. Okay?
You're going to take care of this APB thing?
Sure. Yep.
That is... Hang on. I'm going to roll an insight check here. I don't think I believe you.
We don't have insight checks in this game, buddy.
Yeah, intuition. However, you can make an intuition check.
No. That's what he says out loud.
Oh, he says it out loud. Okay, I like it.
Yeah. This is not Dungeons and Dragons or whatever the hell you're referring to, pal. I'm not even trying. I'm just like, yeah. We'll deal with that later.
Are they coming here? No, they don't have this address. This is my mom's place. I mean, this is totally. I should leave my house that they probably have the address to. Where are you going?
I'm hanging up in 4 seconds. Tell me whether you're in or not. 3.
Where are you going? I'll meet you there.
2, 1. 1.5.
Is this
1 3/4? God damn it.
Are you not hearing me?
Yeah, I'll send you the coordinates that Wraith shared. Just be there if I guess. I don't know. And then I hang up.
I'm not riding in his crap ass car.
That's fair. It's pretty bad.
Wraith, you receive a was it nerve? Do you remember what drug you ordered?
It was nerve. Yeah.
Yeah, you receive a was it P3? Potency 3 nerve?
2.
P2. You receive a P2 nerve. You also receive a another drug. Literally, it's just a white label with nothing on it. But the sort of digital, like kind of doctor notes that come with it, essentially say, if you must, Wraith, you can take this.
It's a message from Rory, I assume.
Yeah, correct. But it's like only in emergencies.
Seems legit.
Yeah, can I tell what the substance is comprised of? Is it in pill form, powder form, or is it?
It's in a semi liquid. So all of the drugs can actually be like essentially their capsules can be consumed however you would like. So you could synthesize it down to a consumable if you want to pop a pill, or a spray aerosol, or an injectable.
Okay.
Bricks. You pull up to the house. As you're pulling up to the house, you're getting a phone call from your contact over at the police department.
Yeah. What is it? Tell me what the damage is.
Yeah, bud, you're fucked.
I mean, I kind of figured, what's the deal?
They got you on camera from the facility. Second floor, north wing. It looks like the whole system reset. All of the cameras stopped glitching out. I think whoever your hacker was, this Lord Marshall character,
fucking kid.
was too busy getting shot by a laser. They had a good laugh at the department about it, actually, to notice. Anyways, I was just giving you a heads up. They're gonna can me if they find anything out. So just, we're good, right? You're not gonna give me up if they catch you?
Look, Bao, you got nothing connected to this. Don't worry about it. But if you hear anything else, just ping me. I'm gonna try to get to the bottom of this.
Well, don't go home. Tell you that much.
I saw the boys on their way there, so I'm headed in the opposite direction. Look, this conversation never happened, Bao. Take care of yourself.
You too. I'll ping you if something comes up.
Fuck, for fuck's sake. I'll send a quick message to Wraith that I've arrived.
I am out the door. Like, I'm waiting at the door. I have been doing a scan of the city to the best of my ability to try to identify Ward 8, this company, things like that, to be as prepared as I can.
Yeah, give me a net diving check.
Ooh, right. I have not done that yet.
Oh, those scions are real good at net diving, let me tell you.
Yeah, we're wetware net divers. Let's see, what's it under?
Intelligence, yeah, probably your strongest stat.
Actually, I'm not too bad on that.
Oh, hey, that's good.
I just don't have net diving, but I'm going to go ahead and use a...
Well, you can roll first and then see what you want, if you want to use an edge dice after.
All right.
Always what I encourage, because you might roll like really, really good.
11?
11. You can use an edge dice if you want. You're going to get like moderately useful info.
I think it's pretty important.
Do it.
Yeah, you got it. 11, 15.
15. That's good. All right. You do find the exact location. You know a couple of things. You know that Tankeho Industrial was a factory. They went under several years ago. In a sort of working class neighborhood, lots of factories. many of which now are derelict. The Ward 8, or at least that section of Ward 8, has seen much better days. There's often quite a bit of criminal activity, particularly the Dynasty in the area. But essentially, police don't go over there a heck of a lot. If they do, it's usually on a bigger bust around Dynasty activity or other gang activity. Otherwise, people are kind of left to fend for themselves in those sort of neighborhoods. This facility used to be waste management. Large kind of like solid waste deconstruction and that sort of stuff. So it's going to be likely a very, like in your vision, a very concrete, heavy metal doors, this sort of stuff, very industrialized building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm out the door. I probably locked it behind me. I'm in the car, and I'm saying, yeah, Ward 8, it's this location. This is the company. They're waste management, like industrial waste management.
Yeah,
but they don't. They're not. Where's the kid? And where actually did you bring Emery? Does Emery know what's going on?
It's a long story as I peel out. Emery's gone, which is probably for the best. I didn't want that kid getting mixed up in all this in the first place.
Jailbreak.
It's a long story, but the last thing they need is to be locked back up. The kid, I'd let him know. It remains to be seen whether or not they'll show up at the building. But Tenkado Industrial, I'm
gonna send here's the address, and I'm sending it to both of you.
Bricks, can you make a civics check for me?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I also have a contact that I could reach out to here if we need it.
Yeah.
All right, so yes.
Counterintelligence.
Do that. All right. And I actually have some points in civics. Woohoo!
Life of a police officer.
Yep. That is 8.
That used to be police officer.
10 total.
10.
Yeah. Former police officer. Apparently.
Yeah, you know that Dynasty is fairly active here. You're kind of headed into Dynasty turf. Not the biggest deal since it's daytime, but it's definitely not an area you want to be hanging around later at night. And even though you're not the cleanest cop in the world, you're still no friends with Dynasty. Yeah, Dynasty doesn't consider you a friend per se. So as a cop who maybe has lost their cop protections, you're not necessarily the most welcome sight.
Well, hopefully they don't know that yet. I'm going to I'm gonna ring up my contact over there, a fellow by the name of Fredo Visconti.
Oh yeah, he's your Dynasty contact, right?
He is, yep.
Bricks, good to hear from you. You ready for some more?
I mean, yes, but later. I got something a little bit more important to talk to you about. Look, I need everything that you can tell me about this location. I'm going to send you the coordinates right now. Let's just say I'm in the neighborhood, and I'd like there to be as little interference from the Dynasty as possible, and maybe running some interference if my coworkers show up, if you know what I mean.
How much influence would you like to throw at this?
I will throw 5 influence at this.
All right, let's do it. Let's see what you get.
Important. All right, so I'm rolling D5. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Or 5d6. Yep.
5d6. Yeah. Sorry.
Although if you have a D5, that's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. That is 14 total.
14.
Excuse me, 12.
12. On 5 dice. Oh, you did not roll good.
Mm-mm.
No, yeah.
Wait, hold on. That was only 4. That was only 4. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you should add one
better.
more.
Yeah, that's better. That's 19. Sorry.
19. Okay, nice.
My brain is really foggy right now.
All good. I was like, wow, that's actually a really bad roll on 5 dice. All right. Yeah, of course. What what are friends for, Bricks? You know,
for this kind of thing, Fredo.
Yeah, for scratching each other's backs. That's what I'm saying. So I'll scratch your back this time, Bricks. You scratched ours real good. So yeah, I'll make sure that no dynasty goes near this. Bricks, be careful around there. This, I don't know. The gangs, they're superstitious, right? But they've sent some boys, it's been abandoned a long time. They sent some boys over there more recently. None of them jokers ever came back. Don't know. It's not worth my time in caring, but
it's run by nobody. Yeah. It's old
They went under like 9 years ago.
They still have any sort of presence in the neighborhood?
They're out of business. Bought up.
Scattered.
Maybe. Or maybe they were just couldn't compete. I don't know. It's been abandoned since. It used to be slums, drug den for a while.
Sounds like
some
a great
gangs
place.
Here or there, but then I don't know. Then people started going missing. Nobody's gone by the place since. So, but I mean, just heads up, and I'll make sure no dynasty comes at you. I'm good for that. And if the police show up, well, we know how to deal with that too.
Fredo, thank you. I won't forget this.
Of course, me neither, Bricks. Take care.
I know, that's what scares me. All right, well, that should buy us a little bit of cover anyways, Wraith. Things might get a little loud.
Bricks, I don't know if you realize this, but we're in over our heads. So I expect it to get loud.
Yeah, no, I pretty much figured that out the minute we left that fucking estate with that letter and that knowledge that things were at a bit higher pay grade. I mean, why is the UN pulling some jurisdictional bullshit over Belor? And by the way, Belor, I haven't heard nothing from Belor since that happened.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Let me tell you something, Bricks. I don't care about all that, honestly. I was on a case earlier on in my career. 11-year-old kid of a politician went missing. He was a scion. We found him. We got him back. But it was traumatic, if you can imagine. I got my own powers when I was about 11. That's when I first became really aware of what was going on. And that case has stuck with me because, in a way, that was me. And all these kids, especially the scions, are me. So, my suit, if it makes any sense to you, I'm ready to wreck it. And I hope you're ready too.
Yeah. This is probably one of the most important things that we can do at this point is figure out what the hell is going on and get this girl to safety. I don't know what's going on with the psychic web of fate and all this. That's your realm. I'm just a freaking beat cop, but I know what's right and I know the risks. And let's just say, Wraith, I never thought I would say this when I met you the other night, but I'm glad I got you by my side.
Well, Bricks, I believe you.
You guys pull up.
Wraith, you get a call.
Oh, here we go. It's the kid. Yeah, what's up?
It is. So Wraith, you get a call. There's no ID. It's just you're just getting a call.
What the fuck?
I'll take it. Who's this?
You hear my voice. It sounds very distant, not like it usually should. And then video pops up. And it looks like somebody's like looking down at like the floorboards of a vehicle. Wraith, is this on?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
What is this? Hang on. And it hangs up.
Yeah.
You get a call.
Oh, hold on.
What the hell?
Now it's similar view, but different angle. and it's looking down in like slenderer legs, and there's like some high heel shoes, and you notice that there's some distinct rot that has set into the feet.
Yeah.
That the view is looking at.
Marshall.
Hello? Oh, hang on, wait. And then like you see me lift up the viewer's face. Can you hear me? Is this working? Oh, weird. This isn't working right. Hang on. Sorry, I installed some new stuff that lets me like kind of hang on, click, and then it goes to my view. Oh no, you don't need to be seeing this. Okay. Hey, so this address you sent me, I put it into my mom's like autopilot thing, and it won't take me there. It says it's like off limits. Where are you sending me? I mean, what did I just say? Not my mom's, in this vehicle that I own, that is mine.
You need to get out of an age-restricted vehicle, Marshall, if you want to get in on this, because we're here. I don't know if I can show with my hardware. Okay.
Yeah, you can do like a video.
I'll flip to the body cam view, and I'll show the building.
What the hell are you getting me into? What is this?
And I click back. What do you mean, what am I getting you into? You got it yourself into this 4 days ago. I tell you what. You know what? You've gotten some flack from Bricks. I'll glance over at Bricks. You've gotten some flack.
What has Bricks been saying?
It's just an impatience kind of thing. And I'm holding my patience.
Unprofessional, childish, unreliable. I'm just rattling off.
Is he there with you?
Yeah. Didn't he? I asked him to bring you. And then when you weren't here when we got in the car.
Riding in his stinky ass car.
We don't have time for this, Marshall. But I need you. Okay? Bricks may not think we need you. I think we need you because you and I do similar things on opposite ends of the spectrum.
Well, the car's just like driving around the perimeter of this area. It won't take me into it. I've passed by like the street I need to go down like 5 times.
Yeah. I have an idea. Why do you hack it?
Can't you just come get me?
I don't have time for this. You know what? This is where Bricks is. I have to agree with Bricks right now. We are on a very tight time limit.
Thank you.
You can't get over here. It's been nice knowing you. Appreciate it. You know the address.
Fine.
You can do it.
I hang up. I'm going to hack the car.
Why I was going to hang him again?
I was going to hang up on him and hang up on me.
I would have hung up before he even answered.
Well, no, we need him. We need him because
you're right.
Well, we do. Well, I think we do because you're not a tech guy. I'm not a tech guy. You're not a scion. He's not a scion. But it all works together when it works.
Yeah, well, I don't know, heads up, but it didn't work all that well at the estate because apparently our tech guy didn't do the tech guy stuff to keep us incognito. And so now there's an APB on me, on him. I don't know about you.
I doubt it.
Unlikely.
Yeah.
Wraith, this is where you know. As far as local police, the house is good for making sure you don't ping on anything like that.
And I've got the feds in my back pocket too.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not worried. I'm cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, you are pretty cool.
About this time, a really, really expensive car comes floating up or driving up, and I'll get out, and Riddick will get out with me, and then this like half decomposed prostitute. There's just no better way to say it. Gets out after Riddick.
Okay.
Hey, meet Kira. Yeah, so like I'm making it so I can control 2 of them. Like, it's amazing. Check this out. And I'll make them kind of.
This is not a party. We're not here to party, kid.
Right, but I figure we could use them. Riddick was useful yesterday or the other day.
Uh-huh.
I have a question for the Game Master. How high profile are we in proximity to the building as it is? Like,
well, I mean, not very in Brix's car. However, now that like a Lamborghini has pulled up in like a very, very low end part of town, I would say you're quite high profile now in the neighborhood.
Did we park maybe like down the street?
Yeah, you're like a block and a half down. You can kind of see the building, outside lights sort of flickering, evenings rolling around.
Okay. All right. Here's what I think we should do. We need to make a recon of that building without driving over there. And what does your mom do for a living, by the way?
Oh crap! I forgot what it's called. She's a surgeon for what's the big cybernetic?
Oh, like for Samsara or for Human Solutions?
I think it was Samsara. Yeah.
Samsara. Okay, yeah. Searching for Samsara Medical. Nice.
Got it.
The apple has fallen far from the tree.
All right.
Rotten apple.
The car door closes and it takes off on its own. I'm like, wait.
Guess you're riding back with us.
Are you in your car or are you in Brix's car?
Oh, I'm in Brix's car. And we are in the right car for the setting.
Yeah. Yes, we are.
Read the room, Marshall.
Why are you even coming down here? Have you smelled this place?
Okay,
it does cover up Kira's smell. I can't get rid of it. I've tried
It might be Riddick that you're smelling, pal.
But you do need to know why we're here. I think the woman's in there with this what's his name?
Conley.
Yeah, I think Vi's in there with him. I'm pretty sure. But we need to act now.
Wraith, I would say
Okay, yeah.
We're not here on official business, kid. This is a rescue mission. The girl, we believe, has been taken against her will. We don't know exactly. I mean, maybe Wraith has a better idea of what the actual plan is. But Connolly is involved, and Connolly is a bad motherfucker that we're going to have to deal with. So, Kiara, pleasure to meet you. Riddick, good to see you. We need to put on our game faces here, guys.
That smell. I'm going to move over to the other side, and I'm going to say here, the first thing that we need from you, Marshall, if you can, is to get, I'd like to know any sort of active tech in the area that we want to be aware of. Now, I don't know if this place, we got streetlights, Game Master, maybe?
Yep. Yeah, there is. I mean, usual parts of town, especially any place where you have high civilian populations or whatever, going to have like street cameras, police cameras, this sort of stuff. Nothing here. This is, you got some street lights, mostly factories. Some of the factories look like they have been like converted into like slum housing. But generally speaking, there's not a lot of people on the streets here. Lots of trash. Every once in a while you see some various people walking about, but it's extremely a poverty-ridden area.
Hey, does anyone have like a overcoat, something I can throw on Kira? She's a little far gone. Well, okay, that's not what I was gonna say. I can walk her down there and
do it.
I can like right. Without us having to go down there.
That's a good idea because I'm overdressed for the situation. I just realized.
I'm going to run a program quick. I'm going to run a sleuth on the area that we're in. Probably would have done this shortly after getting here, but I'll run it again.
Yeah, do it. Go ahead and make a, I think net diving check, or is it hacking?
I think it is.
It might be both. If you're looking for like concealed objects, it's hacking. And then I think if you're just doing like a general sweep, I think it's net diving.
Okay, let's do a general sweep. So I'll do a net diving roll. Not my ballywick, but here we go. Okay, that's not terrible. That's 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll use an edge die to try to get at least a 15. I'm at 12 right now.
Oh. You got him.
14 only.
14. Okay. You can tell very little in this area is concealed. I'll start with that. You don't suspect that there's much in this area that has been concealed. You pick up a lot of industrial machinery as you look over towards now I'm going to get the name wrong here. Towards Tonkeho industrial building. Lots of machinery. Some lights that are still functioning. Most of the machinery seems dormant or off. And from what you can in kind of the ping that you get from the space, what you can tell is it's been off for a long time.
Okay.
You can tell there is still power being routed to this building. So power was never turned off, or it was like hijacked from the grid, and is just there, although very little seems to be functioning.
Are there any lights on the building that we can see from where we're our position on the street?
Yes. The lights do seem to be on, although a couple of them are flickering, pretty old. Would you like to make a hacking check to see if there's anything further you can glean on that particular building? I'll say the rest of the surroundings is mostly the same. Machinery, some of the buildings would have some people's private materials, but again, it's all very low grade, so it's easy to ping it and get info on it.
I have a couple.
So far, I'm not picking up any sort of like security protocols or anything like that.
None of that.
Yeah, I'll run a quick hacking real quick here.
Yes, Wraith.
What is my range again on reading like thoughts or telepathy and things like that? And am I being blocked at all by the material of the building in addition?
Yeah, so the general rule of thumb with reading is within sensory range. Mm-hmm. So it could be actually really quite far, as long as you can have visual sensory or auditory sensory of the individual. Potentially it's possible to go through things if you know the individual, like if you know somebody just entered into a room, you could potentially still, because you know they're within that room. Okay. But if they get far beyond that room, if there's another door or something that they go through that you can't confirm that they went through, you would not be able to. You're kind of probing, but not able to know where they're at.
So at the moment, I'm just picking up on Marshall's friends. That's my sensory overload right now.
Yeah. And you know that they don't have much for thoughts, so.
Yeah.
Sensory underload.
In a similar vein.
Oh.
Actually, Bricks, did you have a thing that you need to do? You were hacking?
I rolled a 12.
Okay.
12. Bricks, as you're kind of looking at the Tonkeho building, about an hour ago, you're looking through and you kind of pull up logs on like energy usage or whatever. You're just flickering through stuff. But one thing stands out to you that you kind of dig deeper. You have to kind of break through some really simple security protocols. And it's an energy usage log. And about an hour ago, there was a massive spike of energy to this building.
Does this mean anything to you? And I'll send it over to Lord Marshall to see if he understands it.
Lord Marshall, would you like to make a net diving check?
Sure.
Some sort of power surge or something?
I'm going to use an edge die, please.
Yeah, go for it.
3, 5, 11, 13, 14, 18.
18. Lord Marshall, what he sends you, it's very interesting. You kind of look at the logs. All of the machinery in the building, nothing would require that much energy. No, this was routed to a machinery that doesn't seem to be on the logs. And this level of power surge, we're talking about probably something quite advanced that would need such a gigantic power draw. Though you don't know exactly what, I mean, it could be many, many things, but none of it makes sense for a derelict building like this.
Can I ping any like networks locally to see if there's anything on there that seems like it could be this thing, or like if it's connected to a network, or if it's...
Yeah, with your 18, I won't have you roll again. Kind of pinging through the network to see like where this power draws at. You're actually met by a not the presence of something, but the absence of something. Whatever it is has been isolated from the Omniad.
Sure.
So air gapped essentially, and so it would have to be hacked manually.
I will relay that information. And also, in a similar vein to everyone kind of seeing what's around them, looking around at this kind of crap hole I've never been in before, you never know where there might be dead bodies laying around. And so the curiosity kind of overtakes me, and I'm just going to like kind of ping out and see if there's any active cybernetics that aren't connected to a heartbeat.
Okay. Go ahead and make a diving check.
Sure.
How many can you control?
Okay, so now I can do 2 per core, I think.
Yeah, and I think you have 6. So I think you could have 1 more, right? Yeah, okay. What'd you get for your net diving?
Let's see. 6, 9, 11, 13. Should I use another edge die?
It would benefit you.
I will use another edge die. Oh, perfect. That's a 19.
19, okay.
Plus 4, so 23, sorry.
Oh, at 23, I'm sorry. But I forgot about the plus 4. You can keep that edge dice. You don't need to remove it from your sheet.
Okay, gotcha.
Pretend you didn't. You just needed to beat a 15. Bricks and Wraith, you see somebody from underneath a pile of garbage rise up and start walking towards you guys.
Found a new one.
What? That's you?
No, that's not me. I don't know who this is. Oh, no, sorry. We need to work on our terminology. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was because of me. Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
You guys now have 3 corpses around you. Yeah.
So hard to get used to this.
How did this person kick the bucket?
Definitely looks like several gunshots to the chest.
Okay, so that's going to be noticeable. Do you have 2 overcoats by chance that we can cover? Or we'll just try and like keep it on the down low.
It's actually not that noticeable. He has like a lot of coats and stuff on. He looked like he was perhaps homeless.
It might be it's not the gunshot wounds that are as noticeable as the fact that they are dead.
I'm going to put a pause on here right now for you two, and I want to point out the fact that we're already in Halloween Town, and the haunted house is in front of us when we still have to get over there.
Yeah.
So do you want me to send? I'm going to send this new guy.
I don't think I want to send anybody in before me.
Agreed.
Because
I just do the walk around. You wanted eyes on the prize, right?
I'm going to pull my pistol out and I'm just going to cock it so there's, that I've got it around in the chamber, and let's just fucking
Were we supposed to bring weapons again?
Also,
you've got
you have a fucking grenade. Don't think that I didn't remember that, pal. Paul, also I should probably mention that on the way over to this location, I did use my new mark feature to mark Connolly. Yep. So that will help me with sensing where they are and things of that nature.
Love it.
Yeah.
Do you mention that by chance, Bricks?
Sure. Yeah, I probably would have told you about that on the way over.
All right. Here's what I want for my benefit, which is often the perspective I speak from. Marshall, if you want to take your entourage on tootling down the sidewalk and just make a pass by, let us know what you see. Bricks, I'd like to follow you. And if you pick up on this Conley, I want to know about it.
Absolutely.
But I'm willing to go in first once we're clear on what we're dealing with.
All right.
I'm going to transition to the scene. You're all located on the map, but this doesn't need to be your static position. Let me know when you are all in. You all are.
Yep.
Okay. The building, importantly, I'm just going to move one of the zombies over here so you can see, and one over here so you can see. Generally speaking, as you come up on the building, there's kind of compound walls in some directions, but the front, and there's kind of a left alleyway where you can see there's a side door down over here on the left-hand side of the building. Maybe you can see it. Can you guys see through the eyes of the zombies? You can. Okay, great. Yep, so on the left-hand side, there's one kind of in the main entrance, and then there's like another small sort of alleyway, what looks like it has another entrance. All of these entrances are extremely heavy side sliding doors. So manual kind of forced entry look like it's going to be extremely difficult. On the flip side, this is just heavy-duty industrial doors, and with a 9-year-old building, likely has pretty low-grade security apparatus for hacking.
I'll do a quick, what would it be? Some sort of I want to see if I can use my programs to sense, is it security scan? No, it's not really right. I want to use the mark.
Would be looking for programs. Yeah. You could make a general like awareness check to see if you see signs that would point you to somebody like Connolly, somebody who's wearing military gear. Is there disturbed dust or stuff on the sidewalk, stuff like that.
So with this new crime noir level 1 feature mark, I get a +3 to this roll for awareness and I already have a +3, so I've got a +6 to this.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. 8, 10, 16.
As you kind of walk up and down along the front side of this building, just kind of like studying the ground and stuff like that. You do notice a distinct recent set of footprints leading in the side door over here. The other doorway and the side doorway don't seem to have been used as much. And you're pretty certain, based on the boot prints, these look military. So yeah,
you muted.
We can move you over here, Dave.
Yeah, down at the east entrance. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. That's where you kind of see the trail of footprints.
I'll go like this to Wraith and the kid.
Wraith, distinctively as you get closer to this door, can I have you make a psionics check?
Mm-hmm. I like nothing better than to do that all the time. I sometimes just make psionics checks when I'm just hanging out by myself. 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
15. Wraith, it's very confusing. You sort of sense Vi's presence, that sense that ever since you woke this morning, you've had very acutely, it seems extremely faint now. And the other sense, the sense of the 3 of Marcus Connolly, seems very strong and overwhelming here. Hey, thanks for the donation. Wow.
So much. No time for bull. We're that puts us at over our goal. Thank you so much.
Hey, huzzah.
Wow.
Thank you.
For that, should we give a capstone to the GM, I think, maybe, and celebrate?
I think that's an amazing idea.
Oh my God. Does Connolly need a capstone? This poor guy.
He definitely does not. Don't worry.
He's gonna get a tombstone.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for the donation. That was great.
So Vi is faded.
Extremely faint.
The fates, though, you were saying?
Very strong. And it's not that Vi isn't here. It's that for some reason her psychic energy seems almost non-existent. And the energy of the 3 or Connolly or whatever this is seems very strong.
Hey, Brix. I think the fates might be here too. I think are you picking up on that on Connolly?
Yeah, faint sense that he came around this way. What are these fates? What's your read on these 3? Are they allied with Connolly? Are they protective of Vi? What is going on? Do you know them?
I just have theories. What I think is going on, I think Connolly is sort of in league with them, like working for them. But I'm starting to get the notion that these fates they might have a drain on the psionic power.
Like
keep an eye on me.
Of it or something?
That's just something that just occurred to me. Keep an eye on me when we get in there.
Let me know if you feel something weird.
Yeah, if you ask me any questions and I don't respond, do what you have to do.
Noted. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I'm going to draw my revolver or my pistol as well.
All right. Noted. Are you guys taking on a stealthful approach to this door?
100%.
Okay. Then I'll go ahead and have you all make a stealth check. Anyone who is taking a stealthy approach. Of course, your zombies can't, so they'll just kind of shuffle along.
I also Mrs. Marshall that we're planning to go in. Stealth. Hey, I actually have stealth.
Hey, 14.
Nice. Very good.
Should I use an edge?
I think 14 is fine. I don't think you need to use an edge. Right. 9? Okay, nice, Lord Marshall.
I'm going to use an edge.
9.
14.
14, very good.
That's kind of clutch.
You guys move up quietly. Before we get to the door, since Brix, you're in the lead, I need one more awareness check. This will not gain the benefit of your crime noir ability.
Is that all of us?
12.
Oh, no.
Nope, just Brix.
12 total. I can use an edge die if I need to.
Yeah, go ahead and use an edge dice. I think that's worth it.
Yeah. Okay, that's what is that? That's 13.
13. Okay. Brix, notice.
Sorry. 16 total. Yeah.
16. Oh, okay. Great.
Yeah.
Brix, you also notice now as you get closer to the door, this seems to be more fresh. But only for a little bit. You notice different footsteps leading away from the building.
Okay.
They're much smaller than Connolly's footprints.
Leading away from the building.
Yeah, and seem newer than Connolly's.
Okay. I'm just going to turn to Wraith and be like, I'll just kind of tap you on the chest and I'll point down at these small tracks and I'll just say, can you pick up any sort of like psychic resonance off these things? Is that possible?
It might be. Can I try that?
Yeah.
Is this, what am I using? Let me look at my powers.
I'll have you make an insight check actually on this.
As he's doing that, I'm going to also turn to
intuition. I'm sorry.
I'm going to turn to Marshall and be like, hey, kid, can you hack this door?
As you turn, I am shuffling along with the zombies, trying to keep them in line while also trying to keep myself quiet and like kicking a can.
They're all bumping into each other and like
right. Okay, I'm sorry, this is just weird. There's I'm not used to this yet. There's so many of them. Yes, I think so. And I'm gonna like they just kind of stop moving as I focus on the door.
Okay. What'd you get, Ty?
23.
23.
Amazing.
These foot tracks don't seem to have any psionic vibe to them.
Would I know if they were made by a scion, if they would have resonance?
On that roll, yes.
Okay.
You, especially with how in tune you've been as of late, ever since delving the dead body in the mansion, your psionic powers have been acute. You feel fairly confident you would know. But you do find it odd. Like in the pit of your stomach, you do find it odd. Like, are there others? Because these footprints are even newer than Connolly's.
And they're small, so they're like a woman or child.
Yeah, it would be like what you assume is it could be either, but like an older child or a woman's footprints.
All right, Bricks. I don't think this is Vi, but another thought just occurred to me, and I don't like it. If Vi has been somehow sapped of her psionics, it could still be her, and I don't know what that is. I can't define what that would mean.
Okay, so that's important insight, but we gotta focus, I think, on what we do know, and we know that Conley is here. We know things are gonna get ugly.
Yeah, I don't say anything to Bricks, but the wild hamster in my brain is going off the rails. I'm afraid.
Yes. You both take notes of the footprints of the dialogue taken. Take note that these footprints are leading away. I kind of imagine Bricks. It's like, okay, mental note. Let's go in there, see what's going on, but we can follow that after.
And I'm just gonna like tap Wraith on the chest and just kind of make sure that he gets eye contact with me as things are churning in his brain. I know I can see it, right? He's kind of like looks away maybe a little bit, and I kind of get his attention, say, "Stay frosty, let's go." And I'm gonna move up to the door with pistol out and waiting for Marshall to pop it.
Lord Marshall, are you hacking the door?
I will, but if it's all right, before we do that, part of the reason that I was stumbling around wasn't because I was so focused on the zombies. It's because I was scrolling through information, because once Wraith was like, hey, if something goes wrong with me, you're going to have to take me out, essentially. Is there any like info I can access that's like, this is where they believe psionics sits in the brain?
Go ahead and make a medicine check. I won't have you do net dive. You're a good enough net diver for this in general.
Oh, that's a bunch of ones. Shit. That's 9 total.
All right. You find some really wild theories of where psionics lives in the body. Some even think not even in the brain. Some think it's just in the genetic code. You get other things that believe like people are possessed by ghosts. That's where they're getting their psionic powers, is that they're actually haunted beings. And so you're like going in the deep end of kind of conspiracy theories about scions.
Okay, and that's about the time that Bricks is like, hey, can you get the door? And so I'll come to and focus on it. I do make a mental note that if I have to take out Wraith, the zombies will take different areas of his head to try and chew through. And
seems as good an option as any. Yep, you're going to go ahead and make a hacking check.
Much better. That is 4 5s plus 4, 24.
You hack the door, Lord Marshall. This door essentially is just an on-off switch. Then Bricks, the council to your left, lights up.
Overdid it.
And it says it's like just a simple open or close button. You're muted.
I don't even wait for an answer, but I say, are you guys ready? And then I hit the open.
And you hit the open button, and we will take a break.
Hey, okay.
I didn't even realize what time it was.
Awesome. Thank you guys for helping us reach our goal. We are at $2,270. No Time for Bull came in with a huge push there at the end, and we still have time to go. We're gonna keep on moving. So thank you guys for that, and we will be back in just a couple minutes. Paul, go ahead.
Stay tuned because it's about to get real spicy.
Oh shit!
Real spicy.
AK, we're gonna need those edge dice, I think is what he's trying to say. All right, awesome. Well, we'll be back in just a couple minutes, everybody. Thank you so much.
The door screeches open. As it stops, you can see into the space. It's dark inside, outside of some reddish orange, pulsating, what is probably kind of like idling machinery lights inside. Brix, as the door opens, I will have you make your crime noir awareness check.
Okay.
I would also like to listen to try to get a beat on a read.
Yeah, that will be awareness for you as well.
13. I feel like I should use an edge.
13, yeah, you could use an edge.
All right, I'm going to use an edge. 13
18.
plus 3, 16.
16. Wraith, you got an 18?
Mm-hmm.
Both of you hear the kind of a subtle whispering inside, or kind of like a very distant voice. What's odd is it sounds like a fully grown man voice, but speaking like at first what seems to be like a little girl, being like, they said they're coming. They're coming. Shh. They'll be here soon.
Can I read? Can I do mind reader?
You may attempt to. It will be more difficult not having visual range, and because this room is kind of echoes about. It's a largely empty, vacated factory.
Mm-hmm.
But you can attempt to make a read check.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Psionics, I think.
Sorry, I'm getting.
I have a rules question for you.
Yeah.
Now that I've thrown all these gears or wrenches into your gears.
Yeah.
So if I can see through my zombies and we can share sims through to each other, could I technically send my zombie sight to Wraith? Not that I'm going to think about this right now, but in the future,
So essentially, Wraith could passenger you.
Right.
Okay. So Wraith could go unconscious, jump into your sensory, but you are getting sensory inputs from 4 different sources, your own plus 3.
Right.
So yes, somebody could gain all of that sensory input. It would be probably highly disturbing and discombobulating because they're not running the same sort of brain hardware as you are, but they could potentially.
Good to know. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, in your brain, it's like watching the surveillance cams. In my brain, it would be like a kaleidoscope of. I got a really bad roll, but 8, 10, 13.
Edge dice.
I did use an edge.
Oh,
That's okay. So you are not able to read anyone's mind per se, or grab hold of, but you are aware that there is more than one.
Do I know how many though?
You do not know how many.
Okay. There's several. There's more than one. I think I would say more than a few, more than a couple, but I can't tell.
I think we're about to find out pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go easy.
Yep. I'm gonna start
You guys
moving in.
move in. Yeah. Give me 1 second. Okay. You guys move in. Yep. You guys can just move 5 foot by 5 foot as you move in. Brix, there's this large machinery, maybe stands about 10 feet tall, right next to you. Wraith, as you step around it, you see to your left a ring of bloody skulls put in a circle. And a very intricate, ornate design. You can kind of hardly see it. Something drawn in a dark liquid on the ground down the hall.
I tell Brix, there's an occult symbol. Skulls. Straight down.
Okay. I'm going to just take a step out.
Rick,
Take a
you
look.
kind of come along.
Oh,
yeah.
Shit. Here's what we're talking about. Yep. All right. Do I see any movement? I don't see Connolly anywhere yet.
You don't see Connolly anywhere yet.
All right. I'm going to move forward. I'm going to try to stay a little bit away from the zombie horde just so that they don't like give away my position, but I'm using cover best I can.
Yeah. Kind of moving tactfully forward.
Yeah, this is what I do. I'm a tactical officer. Well, I was.
Yeah.
A tactical officer with one of the SWAT squads. So
So you and Wraith move ahead quite stealthy. You guys aren't making much noise. You're careful where you're stepping. The mass of shuffling bodies behind you, and Marshall, who seems to be trying to be stealthy, is a whole thing altogether. You know, a can gets kicked here, or like a echoing footstep, or things like this. But
Marshall,
you two,
send Tammy and Riddick up front. Send them forward.
Kira,
sorry, that was insensitive. I apologize. Send Kira and Riddick and the new guy up ahead, maybe. I'm out.
I'm good. You know, just for argument's sake, I'm just going to keep Riddick with me, and Toombs and Kira I'll send up there.
Yeah. Toombs.
So they'll go shuffling forward.
You move Toombs and Kira forward. Did I give them? Maybe I didn't give them vision. 1 second. Let me give them vision. You send them forward. They kind of can see around the corner, just more machinery. All of it turned off. Quite a bit of garbage around. As they get closer, though, you can kind of see the pattern drawn. It isn't like a star like you see it there. That's just a simple pattern. It is like incredibly ornate, and it's very clearly it's been drawn in blood that has dried. It's kind of strange. It sort of depicts in a very iconic sort of way, like waves, and what looks to be like a structure under those waves. Three sort of figures drawn within the structure.
So when we call each other over our sorry, I forgot to censor our hollows or whatever, we can think to each other, right?
Correct. Yep. You guys have like mental, technology-induced telepathy, essentially.
For maybe the first time, I will actually call you and not say it out loud. Oh my God, there was the octopus thing. Okay, so there's octopus and like all of the underwater stuff, and I think this has something to do with that. There's like a building under the water.
Lord Marshall, can you make a medicine check?
I can make one, or I can roll one. I
can see differences.
Does the water? Does that water comment have any resonance in terms of my recollection of anything from the case file or anything?
From the case file, there was a marine biologist who was studying like deep sea research. And then, of course, Wraith, you hearing this, you think of your dream.
Yes.
You also think of there was the one body that was arranged, cut into like 90 different pieces and then arranged almost like a tentacled creature.
Oh, yeah.
That is a 20 for medicine.
20.
Medical.
As you look at these heads, these skulls, Lord Marshall, you are pretty sure these are the heads of all of the victims.
And they are just skulls. Like there's no connectivity.
They have all been completely flayed.
Hollowed out. Okay. I will pass that along.
She still might be alive, Wraith.
Wraith, you seeing this as kind of these things are said, there is a very not that you've never really thought of psionic powers as dark or light. They're just psionic powers. But there is a very, maybe for the first time, dark psionic power sense here. This display, the murders, them being used for this, it feels somehow
corrupted.
But nothing you have ever experienced in the Conclave, from any agent of the Conclave, even from random scions you have encountered, even those badly harmed by experimentation and other things. This is something else entirely.
As disturbed as I am, I'm also fascinated, and I'm collecting notes for when I report back to Demise.
But I do just want to mention, because there's all this stuff behind me over here that we have not looked at, just keeping an eye over there on that other hallway.
Brix and Wraith, is there anything else you guys are doing in this moment?
I think I want to move up and get a little better look.
Yeah.
To here.
Wraith, you can see there does seem to be another room, like an open way, doors here. Brix, of course, I'll draw your attention. There are doors on either side of you guys here.
Okay.
And of course, there's the passageway back behind you.
I'm going to run a quick security scan on this area just to see if there's anything specifically on the array of skulls and the symbol on the ground. I don't know if there's something else going on here, but yeah, I'm gonna do that. So is that
go ahead.
The same that I want.
Yep, that would be a hacking check. Okay. Yeah, because you know based on your other sweep, there's nothing. It's all just mundane. So you're looking for hidden stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was having the similar thought as Brix was saying that I don't see any people that would have been speaking, so I want to do a psionic check on the skulls, on that whole thing.
You go ahead and do that. Marshall, can you also make an awareness check?
Sure. And I'm also wondering if there's anything I can do to look up if there's any reference to that symbol.
On the ground.
Yeah.
You can make a net diving check and then an awareness, or either way. Brix.
Well, it's a 4.
For the awareness, great. Yeah. That's on point for Lord Marshall. Can you do a net diving now for me, Brix?
Yeah.
You, of course, you're having a difficulty. Maybe you've seen disturbing stuff. This is pretty disturbing, so you're a little thrown off your game. However, every one of these skulls still has their EMS inside, which makes you think that they probably still have their brain matter inside of these skulls.
With that knowledge, can I ping the skulls with my system to see if I can get identities off of them?
Yeah. You do so. And the identities in the manifesto, the list of identities start pinging.
And
all the murders.
It matches all of the victims.
Correct, except for the ones that didn't lose their heads. So Sun Stone Gap did. So the only one that you do not detect, there was one woman who was 2, who had her head intact, and you also do not see Vi.
I will pass this information to my companions.
Next, we will go to Wraith.
16.
Yes, Wraith. This is, I will say, Brix, other names pop up that were not a part of the manifesto that you got, and you assume were possibly murders that came even before Balor's time. Because Balor had said that the detective before him had gathered quite a few. Wraith, you said you were making an awareness check, right?
Yeah, I got a 16.
Oh, a 16. Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry. It was a psionics check.
It was
awareness. Okay. Psionics is just a tad better.
Yeah. Okay. So with the psionics check, Again, you sense this presence. But then you sense something back towards Lord Marshall. And in that moment, Connolly steps out.
Here we go.
As Connolly steps into the red light, the red blinking light, Lord Marshall, you're actually unaware of Connolly there with your 4 for awareness. You're just kind of staring at the others.
I'm shocked.
And you see like Bricks and Wraith kind of look over their shoulders. And Connolly at first kind of comes up almost looking somewhat like in a drunken stupor. He's not walking correctly, but he holds in one hand a sort of bloody, what looks like a meat saw, and he has this large blade on his back, just like you saw him, Wraith, in your vision. His hair. Shouldn't have come. You fools, you shouldn't have come. But Mother told me you'd be coming. And he points at you, Wraith. And she wants your eyes.
No.
Connolly, are you planning to collect them? Is it you that's collecting for the Mother?
I always collect for Mother.
Yeah. Well, you know where I am. Come and get them.
I do. I know where you all are now. And with that, I'll have everybody go ahead and make a reaction check. This is to determine turn order.
The 4s just keep on coming for Lord Marshall.
Nice.
Can we use edge on this?
You can. Yep, absolutely.
16 for Bricks.
Great. If I can just have you guys keep a track of your numbers for a second here. Not bad. Don't pay any attention to that. Bricks, you said 16? Wraith?
7.
Nice. Very good. Lord Marshall?
That's 4.
Oh, 4. Oh, that's a 4 total. Yes. Okay. As you all begin to move, Connolly closes his eyes. Wraith, only you see this. You see a third eye, like of energy, open on his forehead, and he splits into 2.
Oh, shit.
And so Connolly splits into 2. Like Bricks, you see this also. And it doesn't, you're just like, what the fuck? And when he does, the one holding the saw moves to one side and the other one draws the sword. So now one only has the 2-handed sword, the other one has the saw. And I will go ahead and add in the other Connolly into the turn order. And let me roll for him. And the one with the saw acts first. So this one. So we are going to now move by strict movement. So everybody has 30 feet unless they have something modifying their distance. And you have a measuring tool. It is not, I'll note this, the measuring tool is not the little L-shaped one. It's on your left-hand bar. It's your little, there we go. It's the little token, and then over to the right, there's a little target and then a little ruler, and you're clicking on that ruler. The other one creates like a blast radius. So the one with the saw is just going to charge. So he is attempting. Oh, that might be a pretty long charge. 1, 2.
Kid,
Actually,
look
you know
out!
what?
I'm just gonna shout as a reaction. Kid, look out behind you!
He comes running up. Not really running. He just actually walks up to you, Marshall. You kind of turn around, seeing him coming, seeing Bricks yelling.
What the fuck is this?
Riddick, and he raises up the saw, and he is going to bring it down at you. Lord Marshall, this is where you can now potentially use Riddick to take blows by making a cover check using Riddick. You can read up on the rules on that.
You get a +2 bonus with Riddick next to me.
Yes. So what this is going to be, Lord Marshall, this is not super great for you. This is going to be a martial check. So martial combat's under strength. And you're going to make martial versus martial. Oh, I take that back. You can actually use cover if you're using his body as your cover, and you get that +2 bonus. So he brings the saw down at you.
It's not terrible. Can I use edge dice?
You can, but you're going to want to know what he rolled first before you go ahead and use the edge dice. He got a 19.
Oh yeah, I'm going to try and use that. So right now I'm sitting
at 19.
What's that? Yeah, so I'm at 15 right now. So I got to get a.
Yep.
Is it meet or beat?
4.
So 4 better.
It's always goes in the favor of the Eidolon, regardless of who's attacking or who's defending. As long as you meet, you gain. So you need a 4.
I got a 6.
Wait, you're rolling a D4, right?
Oh, a D4.
Yeah, edge dice are D4s.
That's a much less amazing chance.
Oops.
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay. The blade goes instead into Riddick.
No, not Riddick.
Does Riddick have any armor other than his head?
I don't believe so. Let me double check.
Okay.
Just the helmet.
Just the helmet. So Riddick takes it in his left leg. So Riddick is going to take 4 damage to his left leg. This individual too, as he's slashing down, Bricks and Wraith, you see out of his right arm, it opens up, and you realize that his right arm is cybernetic, and a cybertarge unfolds from inside of his arm. So he has a small shield now on his right arm, and swinging with his left arm this saw cleaver. The second attack against you, Lord Marshall. You realize that this guy is swinging Bricks. You especially would notice he is swinging this blade with extreme efficiency, and though this blade looks heavy, it is far lighter than it looks. All right. He got a 22, Lord Marshall.
Yeah, there's no way.
No way. Lord Marshall, you get hit in the right arm. How much armor do you have?
I have 2 armor.
Okay. It shreds through that armor, so you take 4 damage to your right arm. Is this the arm that got hit by the laser?
No, that was my left arm, actually.
Left arm. Okay, well, that's good. All right. Starting to spread out the trauma.
Match. Right.
Now, Lord Marshall. Oh, no, that was his 2 attacks. Wraith, can I have you use the psionics check?
Yes. $17.
17. Wraith, his movements, as he's slashing at Lord Marshall, you realize his movements. He knows what Lord Marshall is about to do every time he's swinging.
Okay.
To you, that tells you he has precognitive abilities.
Okay. Yeah.
And we move on to the next person in the turn order, which is Brix. Brix, you're up.
Is it possible for me to switch turn order with somebody? One of my companions?
Yeah. Yep. You can hold your entire turn and take it later on, as long as you take it before the end of the round.
So thematically, Brix is going to start running towards the one that just attacked the kid. I want to switch turn order with Wraith. And I want to say something like, can you jam him up? And I'm going to just start running towards him, and I'm activating all my, the haymaker. Everything's ready to go. I'm going to punch this bastard.
Moving on in turn order, then it is now the clone of Marcus.
Will be the switch. So instead of me going right now, it'll be Wraith.
Yeah, I can't actually move you in the actual turn order, so we'll just say after Wraith you'll go. You can't. I'm sorry. You can't make Wraith go faster. You can just wait until
that's
after
what I wanted to do.
Wraith's turn.
I wanted to see if I could switch the two.
Oh,
okay.
No, you can't switch it to. You can wait until after Wraith does something to
take
then.
My turn. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Yeah.
No, thanks. Appreciate that.
So do you want to take your turn then, or wait until after Wraith to take your turn?
I'm gonna wait till after Wraith, and then I'm gonna take my turn.
Okay. Perfect. The second Marcus Connolly goes behind the wall.
Bet he does.
Okay. And Wraith, it is now your turn.
All right. I want to throw this one.
Okay.
I want to throw him as far as I can.
Push him back.
Yep.
Okay. That will be a psionics versus psionics check.
All right. Oh my God. 26.
26.
Nice.
Give me 1 second. You critically succeed in your psionics check. I rolled very poor. And so you push this guy back with tremendous force. So the difference that you can push back, I believe, is 5 feet per difference.
Yeah.
Or is it 10 feet per difference?
I was just looking at
push
it.
Pull.
It's for every point scored above willpower, you push the target 5 feet.
Yes. So technically you are pushing him up to like 80 feet backwards. So he goes flying all the way back, breaks through this this pipe back here. It just like splits open and steam just exudes out, and he slams into the wall, the concrete crushing back, and like kind of, when the concrete has like plating, and like concrete plates crumble to the ground and like the rebar broken out. He takes a significant amount of damage to his, well, actually, you can choose what body part takes the brunt of the damage because you critically succeeded.
Can I divide it?
You can't divide it. You have to choose a body segment.
I actually want to go for the upper torso.
Upper torso. Perfect. So give me 1 second. Let's measure how far back you pushed him. So that's 55 feet. So that's going to be 6 damage, but then it's increased by 50% because this is a critical success. So you deal not like 9 damage, his back just crushing into this. So he's wearing this military fatigue, but you have obliterated the military fatigue, and you can see like a rebar has like cut through his side a bit, puncturing through. Yeah, that was a mighty opener. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And I say, Connolly, I still have my eyes.
He just like spits out, like he goes to say something and just blood out from inside. All right, we will now then jump to you, Bricks.
Yep.
Your target, who you were getting ready
gone.
to wind up for, is gone. You just supernaturally,
okay.
you just like.
Yeah, I saw all of that happen, and just kind of look over at Wraith with just disbelief, and then race up to let's see, how do I turn that off? There we go. I'm gonna race up to the kid and hey buddy, you all right? You don't look so good.
Did you just see what the fuck happened? That was amazing.
Yeah, here, take this, and I'm gonna give him a dose of the Q-Med.
Oh. Are you applying it?
I'm just gonna is it a syringe type of thing? I'm just gonna jam it right into his neck.
Ow. Yep, you use your action. You probably better shoved into his arm that's actually bleeding.
Fine. I'll put it in his arm.
Yeah, so he shoves it into the wound, which also hurts a ton. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus 2, and that's how much HP is returned.
That is 4 total.
4. All right, Lord Marshall, your arm, like, the drug injects, and then you see just like this rapid cauterization as the wound just like heals up.
Nice.
And then I'm going to move one extra space there to finish up my movement. And was that a sub action or an action to administer the hypo?
It is a action to administer.
Okay. Now, can I fire my service revolver? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
that's semi-auto weapons can use sub actions to shoot.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna fire at Connolly with armor piercing rounds.
Do it.
Nice.
Okay. So this is let me just double check here. This is gonna be a firearms check. And does the concealed, ghosted, silenced armor piercing rounds give me any bonuses at all to this roll?
He is not. He just got shoved into a wall. He is not entirely aware of you, so he's at disadvantage, or he's at a reduced -3 to actually dodge this because he's not aware that you have this, and no sounds are going off to make him know.
Okay, here we go. That's 14.
That hits. Roll a d6 to see where.
Nice. That's a 1.
A 1. So that will hit him in his left leg. You can't move it. But you do shoot him in his left leg, totally silenced, so he has no awareness, but you see it hit the armor of his left leg. It largely... Oh, did you have piercing rounds in there?
They are piercing, yep.
They are piercing rounds? Okay, and just pierce 1?
I think so, yeah.
Yep, okay.
Yes.
So yeah, it hits into his armor of his right leg, and just sort of a thud as it penetrates the armor.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
That's your turn. Okay. We move next to Lord Marshall. You are up. This is also when you would control and move around your zombies as well.
Okay. I do take a moment to there's a lot of excitement going on here. There's a bit of squee. There's definitely a bit of what the fuck. But did I see, because I was being attacked before he moved, did I see the other one move behind that wall?
Why don't you give me a awareness check?
That is a 13.
13. Yes, you had noticed the other one move behind that wall.
I'm going to glance over at this door that's right in the middle here. There.
Yeah.
Does it seem like it is possible he might come out that door?
Yeah, could be.
I'm going to make an assumption that it is.
Yeah.
And direct Riddick. Riddick walks over here and opens his mouth, and you see that air freshener kind of like lean forward a little bit. But as it does, a small pilot light kind of comes out with it. And if the door opens, I'm going to flamethrower. Well, Riddick is going to flamethrower the doorway.
Okay.
The other zombies can move as well, right?
That's correct. Yep.
So one's actually Tombs is going to stay next to Wraith.
Yep.
And Kira is going to come back here. Can't get quite
That's probably about as far as, because they have half movement all the time. So they're only moving about 15 feet.
Yeah.
Each turn.
I think I moved one too far.
So she just starts heading back towards you. Yeah, can.
But I don't really want to go stand over there. I'm going to stand next to my friend here who just healed me. And I do reach up and I touch your cheek. And I'm just like, thank you. Was that weird? That felt weird.
I'm just going to kind of grab your hand and just sort of like pull it away from my face. No, it's fine.
Okay.
Find some place to hide.
Oh, and I'm going to pull out this grenade that I have no idea how to use.
I'll take that. And I'll try to take it from you.
Marshall,
it wouldn't be difficult.
Okay, yeah. You pulled the grenade out of his hand.
Hey.
And then you hear as Marcus pulls himself off of this rebar and just smiles at you, Wraith. Oh, I'm still coming for him. And he runs around, but then goes behind the... Actually, you know what? He just moves to here. Just walks, not running. And he just opens his arms wide towards both you and Brix. And that is his turn. Brix, you're up.
Okay. I am going to, with the grenade recovered from the kid, which was potentially a bigger catastrophe than anyone really understands. I'm going to race forward. Connolly, where's the girl? And I'm gonna come forward and I'm gonna just haymaker this bastard.
In a haymaker mechanics?
Yeah, I run for it and I kind of jump up into the air. I've got a pistol in my right hand and I come in with my cybernetic fist and you can just hear all these like as it just sort of like parts of it start to enlarge and I just come in and I'm going to try to crack him right across the face. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do that.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a roll.
Yep, and I just want to make sure that I get all my bonuses here for this guy. I got the haymaker, so that's going to be +3 to hit. The actual cyber fist doesn't give me a bonus to hit, does it? No, it does not. Okay. +3.
As you do, I will stop you before you roll.
Okay.
As you do, with impossible speed, Brix, it's like he knew you were coming and gonna attack him. He is already in motion, bringing up his hacksaw at you, and he's making an attack against you using a reaction.
Okay.
Before you execute your attack.
All right.
This is a full defense measure, so if you want to use this, you could use martial combat because you're right next to him to defend against it.
Will this take my attack away though if I defend against it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, I will do that.
He got an 18.
19.
You just, as you're like coming in, like you kind of run up and deflect away as you like with your gun hand, punch it out of the way. Now you can go ahead and make your attack.
Yes, let's do this. Here we go. This is +3. Okay. $20 total.
Very good. You hit him. Roll a dice to see where. Not a critical hit, but you do hit.
5. Wait, am I rolling a D? I'm rolling a D8, aren't I?
No, a D6. Just a D6.
All right, yeah, 5.
And you can move it by 1, which means you can move it back to his chest that was already smashed with that attack.
for sure. I'm gonna do that.
And this is Haymaker, right?
This is Haymaker. Yep. So I burned an edge die.
Yes, you do, and it's
that's the last of my edge die, by the way, for my personal stash. I'm gonna have to dip in.
Okay, good. We're going through your edge dice. I need that.
All right, so yeah, we have 5 in our pool. So that looks like to me, Paul, that it's gonna be 8 damage plus shred 2.
A shred 2. Bricks. You punch straight through his chest. Boom! Just explosion of blood out from behind him as he goes limp on your hand.
Is it possible that with my cybernetic hand, I just kind of, as I'm pulling it back, I grab his heart and just pull it out of his chest?
Absolutely. And you rip the chart out of his chest.
Marshall, you might want this, and I'll just kind of toss it over to Marshall.
And no sooner have you done that,
boy,
Wraith, you sense a sudden burst of energy, and teleporting through the wall is the other Connolly wielding a 2-handed blade that is glowing with psionic energy, and he strikes down at you. Just instantaneously right in front of you as he swings down the blade.
I'm really glad I phrased it the way I did, not wherever Connolly appears, torch him.
Yeah, right?
Pre-guesscation that was going to happen.
Right.
I think he's going to use the door. He didn't use the door to leave.
He wants your eyes,
so you can use either. I don't think you have any melee weapons on you currently, so you can use martial combat to defend or dodge.
Let me see what martial combat. I don't think I'm so great at martial combat. Dodge is probably not much better, but my dexterity is better. I will use dodge.
Okay.
9.
He got a 16. And he'll keep that. Are you using a edge dice? You can't dodge it with an edge dice, but you could capstone if you really wanted to, and try. But that would be using your capstone. You only get one of those.
Yeah, no, I'll take the result here.
Take it. Okay. So he hits you in the left leg. He'll keep it in the left leg.
Okay.
Wraith, you take 11 points of damage to your left leg.
Shit.
-3.
-3 because of your armor. So remove the armor entirely. So you have 13. Basically, you have after the armor. That's going to drop it to an 8. So your leg gets dropped down to 2. Your leg is mortally wounded. So what I need you to do is make an endurance check for me. So that's going to roll a number of d6s equal to your endurance value.
Endurance.
It was nice knowing you, Wraith.
I'm always here. $14.
14. You have one turn until you bleed out and your leg and you will pass out unconscious from loss of blood. Your leg is spurting blood, just huge gash. This is an energy weapon, so most importantly, like that gash, you just see like the skin is like instantly seared, like an energy weapon, but it must have clipped some sort of artery. You're bleeding terribly. Importantly, your leg cannot actually be healed because of the energy tag. So the hypo won't do anything to it. It can only be stabilized to stop you from bleeding out. Okay. And you are now at a -2 to every check that you take because you automatically fail your wound roll.
Okay.
So you go down onto your knees, driven down by this gash. And Connolly, after cutting you, like, not your eyes, but soon.
Mm-hmm.
And Wraith, that goes to your turn. So before.
Were you gonna say something?
So you are essentially on your knees. Him standing over, having just slashed through you. By the end, if it gets back to your next turn and you are not stabilized, you will be down for the count, for the mission.
Yeah, okay. Is it a sub-action to take drugs?
Unfortunately, unless you have an do you have an applicator?
I don't know. I don't think not in my inventory.
We'll go ahead and say yes. I think you had probably enough money to get an applicator. They're really cheap. So yes, it would be a sub-action to apply the drug.
Could we assume that Rory sent it with the unknown?
Yeah. Oh yes, it's one of yes.
Because that's what I'm
taking with that.
I'm taking the unlabeled drug.
The unlabeled drug.
Mm-hmm.
Always a good idea. Always. Yeah.
What does this do?
You inject yourself with the unlabeled drug. For the next 3 rounds, Wraith, you may treat both your psionic amplifier, and psychic resonator as 8s.
Wow. Okay.
Yes, you're like turbocharged your powers. You're not any better at the powers other than when they actually apply, they apply extremely powerfully.
Okay. Well, I have good news for you.
Yeah.
Because what I want to do uses my resonator.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw within and I'm going to reach toward Connolly, toward his head. Don't know if I'll get there, but I'm going to reach toward it and I'm going to say, "Where's the woman, Connolly? Where's Vi?" And I'm going to try and crush his head.
Oh, using crush. Yeah. Okay.
That will cost me.
See if you can do it.
Edge dice.
Yep.
It's my psionics versus his willpower.
And Wraith.
Yes.
It's these sort of moments where I recommend things like a capstone.
Okay.
But you don't need to do it yet, but you can roll first. But when you really want something to work.
Okay, so let me double check the rule on that, or you can walk me through it.
It would just be instead of a D4 that you roll a D20.
No, I mean just as far as the power works. So psionics versus willpower. Okay.
Yep. In his case, psionics can always be countered by psionics. So Scion can always use psionics instead of willpower. Okay. But anybody else would use willpower.
All right. Here I go. He's pretty powerful. I'm just going to use the capstone. I got a 17.
You got a 19 with an edge dice. So capstone is going to drive this home.
19 on the capstone.
On the capstone. Okay, that is a critical success.
Yes.
And now,
kill me, Connolly.
With crush, what is the damage total? I think it's both amp and res.
No, it's 2. It's psionic resonator value times 2.
Times 2. Okay, so the same thing. So 16 damage.
And because it's critical, I can target the head.
And because it's critical, it's 50% more. So you just did 24 points of damage. You implode the head of Connolly in one gigantic moment. Just totally crushing the head of Connolly. There is an outburst of psionic energy. And both the forms of Connolly shimmer and zap very quickly, merging into one form. And Connolly is there with his head. His chest is still bloodied, but there's no longer a hole in his chest. His head, you can see bloody cuts and stuff like that all over his head. No armor in those segments, but he is back whole again, kind of kneeling down, breathing heavily. And you realize that these were some sort of split. Again, this is all very strange psionic powers. You've heard of people being able to double themselves and even be able to act, but to then be able to re-merge post-mortem. But he comes together. However, when he comes back together, Wraith, his psionic signature vanishes. He now has no psionic capabilities.
Whoa. You de-scioned him.
That sucks for him.
I clutch my leg and I shout out to everyone else. His power's gone. He's wounded. Take him down. Find Vi. And then I'll just roll over and collapse on my side.
Lord Marshal, you are up. You see Wraith collapse down. I mean, blood pooling around his leg. I mean, it is a vicious gash in his like upper leg. Sorry, you're muted.
Yeah, it's gonna suck real bad if he dies. I don't know what I'll do with his body. It's gonna suck real bad. Oh, it's too bad if he dies. Okay, so there's this other guy over here. Okay, Oh, geez. Look at you in the way over there, Bricks.
Yep.
Well, he
still within range of Riddick's flamethrower, no?
All of them?
Paul?
Yeah.
Paul?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Flamethrowers can be rather accurate.
Does Bricks have cover by that very small corner that he's hiding behind?
Yeah, I mean, as far as mechanically, the flamethrower can target the targets you want. It's just you can hit multiple if you sweep it. Like a flamethrower is usually a pretty tight jet stream. It's just when you strafe it back and forward that you're hitting a large array of targets.
Just because, first time playing. If I roll real badly, there's no like critical fumble, right? I'm not gonna.
If you get 13 below the enemy, yes, there's a critical fumble, but that's pretty hard to do. You have to roll real bad.
That sounds.
It's fun.
Let's try it out. Let's try it out. What could go wrong? What's the worst thing?
Hey, what's up, Josh?
Do I even need to roll for this?
Yeah, definitely need to roll for this.
Oh yeah,
you're going to use remote operations. So you're not actually using your zombie. You're using remote operations. So it's under intelligence.
Okay, cool. And I have that. Excellent. Oh. 5 and 5 and 3 is 13 and 2 is 15. 19.
19 to his 14. You hit and can move it by 1. So you're going to roll a d6.
That is 6.
A 6. So that would be his right arm. You could move it to his left arm if you'd like. Neither have been damaged.
We'll leave it there.
On the right arm. All right. You hit Connolly's right arm. 1 second. Right arm. What is the damage of flamethrower?
I am heading to that page right this moment.
I think
flamethrower is 4. Yep.
4. Okay. The flames hit into the right armor, scorching it. But the armor looks fairly thick, so he doesn't catch on fire. Burn only applies if you hit flammable things. Once you get through armor, it can catch. But yeah, you scold his armor fairly bad. Strip off all like the black paint on it, so now it's just like the chromatic silver. Some of like the carbon fiber is fraying from the blast. What else would you like to do?
The other 2 are going to move up. Let's move you there and you there. No, that's all I've got. Yeah.
All right. Then we move up to Bricks. Bricks, here's Connolly right in front of you, but you also know Wraith behind you is bleeding out on the floor.
Yep. Does Connolly look capable? I mean, aside from, does he look like he's ready to go toe-to-toe?
Yeah, honestly, I mean, other than he has no head armor anymore, like the whole mouthpiece has been broken off. Mm-hmm. His chest is basically bare in tatters. You see the blood, so it looks like he's still partially wounded, but he looks very capable. It looks like it's mostly just surface level wounds.
Okay. Let me ask you a question then. Does the Does the cyber fist and that cybernetic on my arm, does that give me any bonuses to grappling?
It does. Yep. Actually, I think you get a +3 if I'm not wrong with the cyber fist when grappling people.
Okay, so what I'd like to do is I would like to use my action to pin him up against that wall behind him, or that crate, whatever that is. Just like grab him with my arm and just like hold him against the wall.
Okay, go ahead and make a grappling check. That's going to be again melee martial combat.
Martial. Okay, and then do I have any bonuses? Did you say? Sorry.
Yep, that would be an additional +3 to your grapple because of the cyber fist. Yep.
Okay, great. Thank you. Oh yeah.
Ooh, and I did not roll well.
17 + 7, 24.
Yes. Would you like to like lift him up by his throat against the? Yeah. All right. You just grab him with your fist and drag him up against the machine. He doesn't take any damage, but he is officially grappled now. So other than trying to break free, he's at essentially like a disadvantage. So he'll have like minus penalties, -3 penalties doing anything.
All right. I'm gonna use
breaking free.
So I get him up against the wall. I'm gonna be like, "Where is the girl? Tell me now."
He smiles, some blood coming out from his teeth, and he just points over. And this is the first time you're noticing that you can kind of see a sliver from your perspective, but I'll just shift you kind of over. There is some sort of strange device with a empty chair in it, and it looks like some sort of head device. And he just points at this machine with a raspy, blood-choked laugh. And pointing at this empty machine.
And that's down to like in this area down here.
Yeah, right down there. Yeah, that kind of device you see down there with all the cables. He kind of lets out a raspy laugh and he's like, "She's right where she needs to be."
That's when I'm going to use my my sub action to place the pistol at his head, and I'm going to point blank fire a shot right into his brain.
And you execute Connolly. And with that, we end the turn order. Connolly slumps over, dead. Lord Marshall, can you make a reaction check to see if you can get to Wraith before he bleeds out? Wraith, at this point, you are essentially delusional on the ground. You're kind of fluttering in and out of consciousness.
11.
Would you like to use your capstone?
Oh, yes, I would. I like how you're not like
you were slower than him in the turn order, so you need a fairly significant reaction check to get over to him before he does.
That's a 16 on top of that?
That succeeds. You rush over. I now need a medicine check though, because you don't have anything on you per se, but you can make a medicine check to try and stabilize the bleeding, which would prevent Wraith from losing his leg and maybe going entirely unconscious.
6, 10, 13, 14, 17.
17 succeeds. You stabilize his leg.
I mean, yay!
In this moment, Marshall, this is perhaps the first time that you've had a self-focused, just reactionary, where you just like rip off your shirt, like a segment of your shirt, and you just like wrap it around his leg and start applying pressure to try and stop the bleeding. I mean, there's bone shards and stuff like that, and I mean, you're used to that. I suppose you've looked at dead bodies, but it's still kind of gross.
As I rip my shirt off, everyone is actually maybe a little surprised to see that I am really flabby, bone white, completely out of shape.
I don't know if we're that surprised, honestly. No judgment, just not surprised.
You should be called Wraith.
Wraith, you don't lose full consciousness, and I mean, tons and tons of pain on your leg. You can't really move, but you perhaps even with a little bit of the enhanced psychic whirring of your amplifier and resonator, you keep consciousness. However, this room is now void of psionic energy entirely.
I look up at Marshall and I say, whatever Rory sent is like an air conditioner on my brain. It's so cool in here, but Bricks, it's empty. I don't think Vi's here.
Bricks, go ahead and make a awareness check, as if you're using Crime Noir.
Okay.
Your mark is dead. But for this purpose, essentially, it has transferred to Vi. I mean, you were asking about the machine.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, so that is going to be plus the 6. 10, 16, 18 total.
18. You know, if you want to find Vi, you're going to have to investigate that machine, whatever it is down there.
Okay.
But you don't hear movement. You don't hear another life even breathing. You don't smell anything rotten. I mean, other than the brain matter of Connolly that has spattered onto you at the point blank shot to his head. Yeah, what do you want to do?
Instinctively, as his body slumps to the ground, and I look back and realize that there's more to be discovered before we can get to the end of this particular mystery, I'm going to rifle through Connolly's stuff and try to find any, evidence, basically. Anything, any clues, any evidence, anything of value that we wouldn't want to just leave behind.
He's got a really nice sword. He's fairly Spartan on his person, his tattered armor now. Whatever he had was in the brain you just spattered all over the floor.
Okay. With that said, I will take the sword. Yeah. And then I'm going to head back over to Wraith and Lord Marshall.
Yeah.
And there's 2 bodies of this guy, though, isn't there? The one that I put my fist through his chest.
No,
they recombined back into one. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of flickered and then recombined into that singular form. Okay. So there's only one dead Connolly.
Yeah. You know what? Before I move away,
you can grab his cleaver too. He has his cleaver as well.
I'll grab the weapons. Absolutely. And I will, before I leave the body, I'm gonna take some imagery of the body.
Yeah.
And probably with me like being up in his face, I would have instinctively gotten some photos of his profile, his face, with the mask broken before I blew his head to smithereens. Yeah. So, but then I'm gonna go back over to where Wraith is, and just look at Marshall and Wraith. We need to get the fuck out of here. Marshall, I need you to maybe take a look at something, but we don't have a whole lot of time. Wraith, can
Where's the girl?
I'm going to reach down. I'm going to try to pick Wraith up off the ground and just sort of like, sorry, this is going to hurt.
Arm.
Yep. With my cybernetic, and I'm just going to like put one of your arms around me, and I'm just going to kind of lift you up to do the best I can and guide everyone over to that device. And Lord Marshall, hopefully you can make some sense of this thing. So we all kind of move over to that space.
Yeah. You guys move over to the space. Yeah,
sorry,
go ahead, Lord Marshall.
I just want to check because the reason I was distracted earlier that Connolly came up behind me and I wasn't paying attention, I was rolling a 19 on that net diving to find out if that symbol meant anything, because I don't know if that information will matter for this machine.
No matter where you look, you will find nothing.
Okay. Perfect.
And Omnian is quite large, and you're quite good at searching through it. This is extremely obscure, which means to you, probably wherever this is coming from, very powerful entities kept it off of Omnian.
I will relay that information as we head that direction. And then what do you want me to do about this? It's a big machine. I don't know what this is for.
Riddick, go ahead and make a technicianing check.
Lord Marshall.
Sorry, yep, not Riddick. Riddick can't think. Lord
The zombie
Marshall.
just goes over, starts like running.
Yeah.
It's a tread climber. Do you say, sorry, technician?
Technician check.
Technician check. 11, 14, 17.
Lord Marshall, you actually do know what this is. This is a very expensive device. This machine transfers consciousness. This machine takes somebody who has been installed, whether willingly or unwillingly, with a empty vessel device, and puts in the consciousness of another user. You see that there are actually two chairs opposite to one another. This device can be turned on if you would like to.
There's no one in any of the seats, right?
No one in either of the seats. It is air gap, so you have to manually interact with this machine.
So, explaining what it does, I'm actually going to use a moment of forethought and say, there's no one in the chairs. Do you want me to turn it on to see if it works?
Is there any digital footprint that we can get off of it? How it was used last?
Is there any psychic resonance?
Good question.
Would you like to make a hacking attempt, Marshall, on this device?
I'm actually wondering if Wraith gets his psychic resonance.
Yeah, go ahead and make a psionics check.
Do I have any effects of the drug left, or has that faded already by now?
It's probably faded by now.
Okay.
It was very short-lived. What would have been about 20 seconds of ramped up.
That's all right, because I'm Wraith. That is 20.
Wraith,
Yeah.
what you do is you actually delve the space. Which is also very unorthodox, but because the psionic energy has ebbed and flowed, and you delve the space, there once was quite a bit of psionic activity. And then nothing.
This machine is a device of torture and death.
Why? What is it used for? To strip people of their consciousness?
Yes, of their psionic abilities. I told you I was afraid that perhaps Vi had been robbed of her psionic abilities. I am mostly sure that it has happened. I think we are looking for an empty shell of who Vi was in terms of the things I understand, and oh God, my leg. Whoever Vi was, someone else is transporting that aspect of her consciousness now. I think.
Would I know if this machine has, would hold records of...
It's self-built or commissioned by somebody, so it's not an official machine. Actually, these would be highly illegal. Anytime somebody tries to put their, outside of the ultra rich who have, who circumvent the laws, this is absolutely illegal technology. You could try and hack the machine to see.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Only 14.
Would you like to edge? Do you have any edge dice left?
Sure.
I'm sure you guys got donated some edge dice. Somebody.
Yeah, we do. We have.
I have. This is my last one that I have.
Okay.
And that only added 1, so it's a 15.
That's what you needed. 15. You hack through this kind of security protocols. There is one enormously large file contained within this. And it is essentially all of Vi's consciousness. Her memory drive has been stored on this machine, voiding out her EMS. So she was slated.
Oh, shit.
All of her consciousness moved into here, and a record of Connolly's consciousness being twinned into her body. Which means Connolly duplicated his consciousness.
So he's not really dead. He's out there still.
In Vi's body.
And where's Vi's consciousness?
In the machine. Her memory drive. So she could, if you could slate Connolly, you could re-upload into her EMS with a similar device. Her consciousness.
I have a wild question for you.
Yeah.
Is there any knowledge, does Wraith have any knowledge in the realm of psionics of the ability to share consciousness in the same body?
To share consciousness in the same body.
Just straight up, he's thinking, is there a way
like
for him
without
to
the
download Vi with this machine into his body?
Oh, into his. Okay, there is one example, sort of related. There was a scion known as Amon Vecht. You've heard about Amon Vecht before. A year or two ago, Amon Vecht worked for the House of Odin, and he was on a mission in which a powerful scion had basically, with telepathic resonance capabilities, had basically began to erase. So delved into a person's consciousness so many times to the point that their entire psyche started to unravel. But Amon Vecht, using Delve and memory and telepathic resonance, he was quite gifted in it, made an enormously focused capability and actually restored the fabric of her psyche. Preserving and restoring the memories that had already been stripped psionically from her. You don't know, but possibly stranger things have happened.
I would like to try. I would like to bring Vi with me.
Okay.
What if we put her in Kira over here? That'd be weird.
Traumatizing. It would be traumatizing for the girl.
I'm just trying to save her.
I appreciate it. It's a somewhat worthy thought, but
it could help us. It could help us track down Connolly's fragmented consciousness that's now still out there. Perhaps
I also don't want to leave her here. Wherever she is.
If this could damage you, though, Wraith, you know the risks.
I do. I do, and I want to know the outcomes.
Remember when you said if something happens to you to do what needs to be done?
A different context, but
if something goes wrong, the promise is still good.
That's reasonable, Bricks. Thank you. I'm not so concerned about that, but in the end, I'm always here.
Well, then, let's get you squared away and start hooking them up to this machine.
You're muted.
You're muted.
I'm glad I did because I typed something. See, I'm learning, you guys. So Wraith, you want to download via technology into your mind, but try to preserve your consciousness via psionic energy. This will be difficult. And the implications could be severe. And I don't think you have your capstone.
I do not.
Okay. All right. Just as long as we're squared away.
Is there any way? I'm just going to throw this out here because it would be traumatic to download her into Kira, but what if we backed you up in Riddick over here or just something so we don't lose you? At least it would be by choice.
You could back me up into the machine. And then if I falter, I could be rewritten with my own original.
Maybe this is all theoretical. We don't know how this machine works.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I'll be honest. I don't even know if I can back you up in any of the zombies.
I don't know if I can bring Vi into my consciousness, but she's here, and I can't leave her behind.
Lord Marshal, this will also take a net diving hacking, your choice, to operate this machine.
Sure.
Wraith, you will require, and it won't be easy. This is a very complicated piece of machinery. Wraith, you will need to, essentially, you are going to try and use psionics to expand the load of your consciousness to create enough space within your organic material and DMS to have a whole other consciousness within it.
Yep. And if I succeed, I'll have such a report for Tepes.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what's the donation level to get a new capstone?
To get a new capstone, if somebody donates $100, I'll say sure. But so yeah, if somebody wants to be highly generous, although you all have been greatly generous, you do have some edge dice, and I tell you what, Wraith, I'll allow you to use 2 edge dice if you take the nerve before doing it.
I will take the nerve. I have it. Yes.
Okay, so you can use 2 edge dice on top of whatever you roll. And then Lord Marshal, you can use an edge dice in operating the machine. Brix, is there anything you want to do in this whole kerfuffle of things?
I think Brix is just concerned about what the outcome might be here, even though he doesn't know these guys very well. He's also concerned about the ramifications of what they've discovered here. So I think I'm not really as involved with this operation other than just like warning Wraith about, that little conversation that we had. That's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Lord Marshal, take the steering wheel. Why don't you go ahead and make your hacking or net diving check?
I did roll 3 6s and a 4 on the edge die. That's not bad.
Very good.
So we got 5, 11, and 12, 23?
23. You have a 1 to your skill value?
Oh,
nice. Your skill give.
Added. Sorry. Hang on.
Yeah.
So 23, 27.
27. Okay, Lord Marshal, you pull out all the stops. You just Lord Marshal goes extremely focused. Even his zombies all just kind of go limp. They're just kind of standing there, turned off. And Lord Marshal is fully in it, typing away, doing all this sort of thing. The machine comes to life. All of the lights in the room that were pulsing dim down to almost nothing. It almost goes black in the room as all of the energy is routed to this machine. Lord Marshal, you see this machine has space only enough for 1 consciousness to be stored in it. It was perhaps a mercy that her consciousness was stored at all and not just deleted. So there's only one way the consciousness can move. You can't pull Wraith into the machine, not without first depositing or deleting the consciousness of Vi. So you give it your best to package up all this information in as small, essentially a futuristic zip file as you can do. You might delete some unnecessary functions. You're like, well, she can probably, learn to walk again. We'll get rid of some of this. You're trying to pare down the data that could be retaught to a person, to try and condense this as much as possible so you don't split open Wraith's mind. Yes,
well, I'd like to announce that we do have a $100 capstone donation that just came in.
Oh,
thank you so much, Glass Jaws. Thank you so much.
On multiple levels.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is
that's so amazing.
That is thank you.
100
yeah.
families, 100 meals. That is 100 meals. 1,000 meals.
1,000 up to 1,000 meals. Yeah, that's huge.
Honestly, thank you. That's amazing. Amazing. Well, Wraith, you get a capstone for this. So no longer the 2 edge dice, but you do get the capstone. I'll give you 1 edge dice on top of the capstone because of the nerve. It's up to you, Wraith. We're gonna cram in a second consciousness into your mind. Let's see if we can do it.
Here's how I think it works. In my psyche, I'm standing in an empty, vacuous white room. It scintillates like my suit, but it's not silver. It's not shark tooth. It's just pearlescent. And it's vast, but there's no dimension to the walls. But there are walls. I just can't make out that space. And I call for Vi, and my voice echoes, Vi, I'm here to help you. Come with me, and I will restore you, and you will meet such wonderful people like us.
And as you say that, as Marshall hits the button, all of this information starts pouring into you. You see in that space, in the white radiance, this sort of like almost kind of like how like static color TVs, how like start to formulate, the colorful pixels start to formulate out of like static. This hand, a delicate woman's hand, starts to form, reaching towards you. Now go ahead and make your check.
And I reach for it. Capstone. I'm just going to use the
edge dice.
Edge dice as well. $32.
Wraith. This guttural pit in your stomach scream from you is heard as just impossible to explain. A bewildering amount of memories start flashing through your mind, from child falling down and scraping a knee, but it's not your knee, it's a little girl's knee, to mom lullabying the little girl, to being hit by a car and needing to get a replacement, regrown. You actually lost a segment of your arm, and it had your parents were wealthy enough to regrow, but you remember that pain, that shock, and you've never liked riding in cars. And who are you? What is going on?
My name is Constantine Alberti, and I am a scion like you, and I have been looking for you.
Wraith, your eyes kind of parch open as the machine's wearing down, and you actually see your hand raising in front of you. You have this weird tension of muscle control, but it's just kind of shaking. God, am I you?
Yes, for now. We are one at the moment.
Your eyes dart to the still body lying some 50 feet away from you. You killed him. He's dead. He's gone.
We can cover that in time.
Thank you.
You're safe now, Vi. I will help you, and I know others who will help us.
Okay. And Wraith, feel something at the pit of your stomach, bubbles, and you just retch, throwing up just all over the ground. And even though your psyche wants to fracture, you hold it together. And you feel the psionic power keeping you together. And at a point, even though it's tired and weak, another psionic energy, not your own, but kind of now your own, also kind of locks in fingers. And Wraith is now two consciousnesses. One very fragile, the other one more robust, but certainly still feeling that leg. You have preserved Vi.
Yes.
As you throw it up, I'm just like, I don't think it worked.
And with that, is there any last things any of you would like to do before we wrap up the session?
Yeah, I think so. Pulling Wraith out of the device, kind of get some time to like recover here, but not a whole lot because we need to move. Going to see if there's any way to download the schematics of this device. Is the device? It's a large device. I'm guessing it's not something that we can take with us, right? It's some sort of massive. Yeah,
10 by 10 cylinder kind of tubing with seats inset on either side of it.
Not fully understanding what happened to Wraith. What I want to do is download or somehow pull schematics for the ability to rebuild this device in the future. So I would like to do that.
Yeah. Lord Marshall has opened up this machine. He has mastered it. So you can it's easy. You're just like, oh, here it is. And you start pulling in all the different kind of hodgepodge nature of this machine, as well as a signature.
I was just about to ask.
The maker's mark?
Yeah, you guys get the maker's mark.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right.
And it's by somebody known as Skull Lord. Lord Marshall, you know this dweeb. Oh, he is the worst kind of PKer on your video game. This guy is the worst. But he's a big shot. He's a big shot hacker here in Ho Chi Minh.
Okay, so once we have that information, I also want to scrub the machine. I'm going to use sweep scrub to totally erase everything on it. We can't leave this here for someone else to use.
Yeah, your records.
But we want to be able to rebuild it in a safe place if we intend to restore Vi's consciousness to her body. If we can find them, we're going to need this thing. So I'm going to, maybe Lord Marshall, if you can help me, let's destroy the capability of this thing right here.
I opened it up and everything. It's completely, you can access everything. So I'm going to leave that to you. And I just have some cleanup to go do. And I'm going to go check on my zombies. And then while you're distracted, I'm going to go over and collect those skulls.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, not for the nefarious reasons you think. I do want to get them home.
And I do think that.
Yeah, we all did.
But I don't want you all to know that. So I want you to think I'm being a creeper. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
So Lord Marshall basically gives 4 or 5 skulls to each of his zombies, who then totter out. There's just undead guys walking out with skulls. This is great. This is a beautiful Disney moment here. And you kind of shuffle out before Brix and Wraith catch on to that.
So I will scrub that machine.
Yeah, the machine is scrubbed.
I will, as we're leaving, I'm going to send Balor a message. And I'm going to say, Balor, this is the last time you're going to hear from me. We took care of Connolly. And I'm going to send him the image of Connolly's face as he's being held against the wall. The image of his body on the ground with his face blown apart. The imagery of the arcane symbol and the skulls in the circle. I'm not going to send him anything about the device. And then I'm going to say, don't come looking for me and don't reach out to me ever again. I don't want to ever hear from you. If I do, I'll kill you. And then that's the end of the message.
Wraith.
Yeah. How far forward can I go? Do I need to stay in Vietnam for the foreseeable future, you think?
Possibly. I mean, it really depends. Why don't I start here? Wraith, Vi, and maybe Vi, you're not quite sure. But there is some distinct connections you start to put together in your minds. And that is Vi's genetic code. So, Mr. Stonegap was a prominent financier who warned about the GAF housing collapse and structure and how it had dynamic impacts. You actually found out that his entire family had secured passage to New Atlantis, which is the continent of Zealand. So it's underwater. It is a highly elite society. In fact, the only way to get in is to have your genetic code sequenced to their security apparatus. Vi was sequenced. Vi was a scion. Her body, you suspect, is now moving in that direction.
Got it. Okay.
So you see like Vi thinking, and the last thing is you have memories of Connolly speaking to Mother. You're bound. Connolly is speaking to Mother, which is essentially to himself, but he keeps on saying something that sticks with you. I need to get to Siren's demise.
As my denouement, I'm going to write 3 reports. I'm going to send one to Tefler.
Okay.
In the federal government. I'm going to report the death of the serial killer, Connolly. I'm going to report that there was a one-of-a-kind consciousness transfer machine that was discovered and destroyed, but the data, there might be someone named Bricks that might be worth speaking to.
Okay.
Throw Bricks under the bus. I'm going to mention that Conley was involved in the project you just defined by Stone Gap, and that the victim, Vi Stone Gap's body, may be a key to accessing that institution, potentially leading to an international incident. But that the body of Vi Stone Gap is not Vi Stone Gap. It is Connolly. And that's the depth I'll go to with Tefler.
Okay.
And then I will contact Tepes and give a full loadout of everything nuts to bolts, including the fact that I have transferred Vi Stone Gap's consciousness into my own, and that I am ready to come home as quickly as possible and unravel this mystery, and to help Vi get some sort of stability back into her life. And then finally, I'm going to send a postcard to Rory and thank him for that badass mofo that he sent me, the gear that he sent me, and that I can't wait to see him again. But that's just a postcard.
And so we end the prelude here. We will pick up in January, possibly some familiar faces, possibly new ones, as a squad of Eidolons pursues after Vi, aka Connolly, trying to make their way into New Atlantis and wherever Connolly is headed. Well done, guys. Thank you so much, viewers. What an epic ending.
Jason, thank you so much for making that happen.
Yeah.
Last Jaws, that was amazing. You came in and helped us out. That was awesome. Ty, that was
I'm curious
very,
what you
very
rolled
cool.
on that capstone.
Cool.
Yeah, just for funsies, I did get 20 out of my dice without the capstone.
Oh, so good. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. To let you know, you had to beat a 30 to not have, if you went below a 20, you were going to, your character was essentially going to unravel.
Yeah.
If you got between a 20 and 30, you would have had a schismed personality.
Okay.
And going above 30, you would have been able to do it successfully. So that capstone.
This character is going on my mantle.
Right.
Yeah, and he's gonna have a serious limp. He's gonna walk with a very cool cane until at some point I can get my leg replaced.
Yep, shark suit. I like it.
Uh-huh.
My mom can probably do that for you.
That's true, but I got to stay in Vietnam.
She's on the moon actually. So
I mean, not physically.
that's why she lets me stay at her apartment.
Yeah, it's good.
What a great setup for January's campaign. This
It's gonna
is
be
gonna
awesome.
so cool. Yeah, very, very cool. Paul, thank you so much for putting all this together. You guys were amazing. Jeremy and Ty, I love playing games with you guys so much. What a crazy group of people and characters that we get to hang out with on the regular. So I love make believe is so nice. It's so fun. And thanks to the chat for coming in and making things happen tonight. That was huge, gang. That was huge. We blasted through our third revised fundraising goal. So we are now at $2,370. That is providing over 20,000 meals for hungry people. That's pretty fucking serious. And we couldn't have done it without the generosity of this community. So thank you very much. We still have time to get involved with the fundraiser because it is going through the weekend. So we have games tomorrow. Jeremy's going to be running a game, which he can tell you a little bit more about. And we'll have a game here, kind of simulcasting on the two channels. So we encourage people to bot back and forth and lurk and do their thing and just be involved with all of us. So let's go around the table. Jeremy, let's start with you. Maybe you could tell us a little bit about Wanderers Haven and the game you have lined up for tomorrow. That'd be awesome.
Sure. I'm Jerry. I've been playing Lord Marshall. I am taking these off now. And tomorrow, you ever want to see a dungeon inside of a dragon? Well, come on over to Wanderers Haven. That's how you're going to find that out. That's at 2 p.m. tomorrow while the other show's going on here. We're going to be playing a little D&D and taking the scraps of whatever anyone wants to throw at them to help out in their quest. I'll leave it at that.
There's going to be a lot of indigestion that's what I'm predicting.
Probably. Yeah. Thanks so much for having me on for this.
Oh my God, yes.
Paul, thank you for running this. This was amazing. Tons of fun. Thank everyone for being a part of it and for letting me come and play this.
Loved your zombie shenanigans.
You have a seat at our table any time you want, Jeremy. It is absolutely super fun to play with you. So let's do this more often for sure.
Yay. I'm down.
All right, cool. Thank you so much. Looking forward to your game tomorrow. And you guys check out the Wanderers Haven on Twitch, connect with WH Pubs on all the socials or whatever. And you want to know Jeremy and the crew over at Wanderers Haven. They're beautiful people. As demonstrated during this fundraiser, for sure. It has been a great source of inspiration and support. Let's go next to Ty. Ty, thank you as well for being a huge supporter of this fundraising effort. And dude, epic gameplay tonight. Holy shit.
Thanks. Yeah, I told you I wanted to play a Scion. I love Scions. And this was everything. You said it in the chat.
Yeah, I did.
And I was having and then it went beyond that. It went into all the everything. I had such a great time. The Wayfarer Wraith, also known as Constantine Alberti, as you just learned at the end. I think for my part, when Eidolons is fully in my hands, Alberti will be definitely an NPC of renown in that world. So thanks for having me here and for giving that opportunity. And Paul, thanks for going with the flow on that crazy idea. I was just like, what if? And everybody came together and made it happen. So fantastic. 2 nights back to back of a lot of fun at the TTRPG table and a lot of good going out for people that need help. Thanks everyone. And thanks for having me here.
Ty, thank you. You're a wonderful person to play games with and just very creative. So there's always something that's going to be unexpected and beautiful when you're at the table with Ty. Likewise with Paul. Paul, thank you so much for putting all this together and just creating this awesome world and system to do all these crazy things that we did tonight. We pretty much got to use all of the cool shit that our characters had, which was really really nice to see. So, Paul, thank you so much. And can you tell us a little bit more about Eidolons and what you have in the future for the game?
Yeah, Eidolons is nearing release. Really, we're gonna kickstart. I think you guys saw House of Eidolons in the chat. That's Josh, my partner, co-author with him in this game. And I mean, you can check out our website at House of Eidolons. There'll be more kind of website pre-launch stuff coming, where if you sign up for the pre-launch, it's like a $1 commitment. You get a very exclusive, we will never release it again, essentially the necrotech that Lord Marshall is playing. So the ability to basically, instead of using drones, you're actually using dead bodies, and shuffling them around like a necromancer. You can be a cyberpunk necromancer, and that's kind of neat. And quite good. But I think, you got to see the system a lot here, but I think my favorite part of this system is exactly what Wraith did, is that with this capstone, you can just go for that long range, the one hand crush of the head, the ultra punch, all of these really, really cool moments get to be made, and still you feel very vulnerable. I mean, Wraith nearly got dropped in a single hit with his leg, and
I thought it was dead.
It was a very dynamic, fun story, and I love when players are like, can I even try this? I'm like, yeah, you could end up blowing up your brains, but yeah, let's give it a whirl. And it's fun to see. So more to come join us in January for the continuation. It will be an 8-part series chasing after Vi / Connolly into underwater. We're gonna play kind of like a BioShock underwater, just have some good deep sea adventures in cyberpunk world. So come join us.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Paul. And again, thank you to everybody in the chat for hanging out with us and getting involved in this epic fundraising effort. A couple more days to go. So I'll put the link again in the chat here for you. If you feel comfortable with sharing the link with friends, family, social networks, please do. And also keep in mind that for every $5 that you donate, you do get entered to win an awesome prize. I'm going to just quickly highlight these, and then we're going to raid into Folk and Myth. But I want to highlight that the guys over at Limithron, Luke and his team, donated a hard copy of the Pirate Board book. We're going to be giving one of those away. We're going to be giving away a copy of Trollord Games Reforged Player's Handbook, hard copy. Thank you to Trollord Games for donating that. And then, of course, our very own Dungeon Mr. Ty and Adventure Slang Productions. We're going to be giving away a hard copy of the Nuvarden Core Rulebook, which is beautiful. So thanks to those awesome sponsors. And so yeah, you don't have to be present to win. We'll do the drawing, and for every $5 you get it's kind of like a raffle ticket for every $5 that you put in. That's the best way to describe it. So thank you all for that. We are going to sign off now. Have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow, either over at Wanderers Haven or at Guild's Pier, probably both. Hang out at both. You can do that. And we'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks a lot, everybody. Take care.